Kellyanne, first of all, let me say that I think America cheered on Thursday night as we watched for the first time in 8 years. It was like the America that we grew up with was back. A president in charge, never a politician, but a man who understood right and wrong and good and evil and took action, decisive.
He was, and he was resolute, unequivocal, strong, but also compassionate. If you listen to his words, it was a combination of how the international community has failed to try to correct the actions or change the behavior of Assad in Syria, and at the same time, he was very clear in how moved he was by the pictures of innocent children writhing and literally choking for their lives. That's a commander-in-chief that the whole world saw. I think it sends more than a message. It was actual action. And I have to push back on your opening in this way. I actually think it was a remarkable week for our Republican President Donald Trump.
For him, it was.
In Washington in this way. What Leader McConnell was able to do, that we now have for the first time since 2006 in 11 years, we have a Republican presidential nominee confirmed to the United States Supreme Court, is simply remarkable. It will impact generations. And Leader McConnell kept that seat open, and he shepherded Judge Gorsuch through, that he's now United States Supreme Court Justice Gorsuch, in a way that I think brought his conference together, but also exposed the Democrats as being this party of obstructionists and resistors. And I want to say we want their help. We're yet to get this big influx of Democrats saying, hey, we want to help with health care reform. We want to help with tax reform. But this is what I'm saying about the president. The president has gotten people like Schumer to say what he has done in Syria was the right thing. The Democrats, Pelosi, and so what I'm saying now is the Republicans in Congress have to take, a script or a page from the president and start delivering as well, as opposed to, this caucus and this Tuesday group and just delivering the way he did. Well, let's take health care for a moment. So in the 2 weeks since the first bill was pulled, you've seen a lot of progress, conversation, continuing to try to move forward with what is a very ideologically diverse caucus. You've got people who sit in, you've got Republican members who sit in districts that are, plus 8 or 10 Democratic. You've got Republicans that sit in districts that are plus 25, 30 Republican. But they're all Republicans. And this country put a Republican House and a Senate and a Republican president in for the first time in years, Jeanine, because they want things to be done. They don't want divided government. They want progress. But progress takes time. I just talked tonight to a congressman whose amendment, along with another congressman, is now part of the bill. That's progress. That amendment actually will bring premiums down, which is something that's been very important to folks, while allowing, after 3 years of a federal program, for states to opt in or opt out. So I don't want to get too technical. I'm just saying it's a great example of the progress that's been made. But these things take a while.
If you look at the pictures that we showed during the open, this one recused himself, that one recused himself, and this one is gone. And this is all about the Democrats pushing back. But when we had the opportunity, when they were in the lead, to push back on people like Susan Rice, and I'll ask my next guest about the Iran deal and whether or not we can count on that one. But why didn't we do that to them? They are expert at pushing us and claiming the moral high ground.
Guess who pushed back? The people. The people took back their party. The people took back. They were told for years, who's electable, electability, you can't win, he can't win, Donald Trump can't win. Donald Trump pushed back. He came in and he disrupted the system in a way that people aren't used to. And it's already paying dividends. Look at the confidence number. Look at the job creation. Look at the regulatory reform that's already underway. People feel good about spending their money. This is progress. Having the Supreme Court justice, I think it ended up being a footnote yesterday because of the strength and leadership in the actions in Syria and other things that happened this week. 3 bilateral meetings. Also a big message sent to North Korea.
Such a message sent. I mean, the president is working 24/7.
Yes, but he's leading. He's leading here, and he's leading the members in the Senate and the House as well. He's working the phones. He's meeting them in person on health care, but on other issues also. Tax reform is just starting to take hold. He's somebody who takes many different inputs and insights from different people, so expect that to keep evolving. We feel like we're in a good place. I think it was a wonderful week for presidential leadership.
It was. That it was for presidential leadership. Kellyanne Conway, thanks so much for being with us tonight.